What is up, guys? Dad Dash here. I'm not sure how this is coming through, if this is coming through good or not.
Continue on Berkeley Station Road for 1.5 miles. But I'm trying a new perspective
here as I drive. And I wanted to give you, just coming here with a short little video, thought video as we drive here. A lot of doom and gloom out there. A lot of people are asking a lot of questions because there's the big R that's allegedly coming, and there's, just in general, people get negative, people see negative, people never really see the positive, because it's a lot of times you're dealing with people that aren't succeeding. And I think one of the things that we really have to be very clear about is that when you're dealing with something that has a low barrier of entry, and that is gig work. Gig work has the lowest barrier of entry. You get a background check and you're in. DoorDash has the lowest barrier of entry. Grubhub has probably the highest among everyone. Uber is kind of in the middle, and then you've got Instacart that has a barrier, probably like a Grubhub-ish type barrier of entry, because they limit the amount of people that can be in an area. But reality is, there's no interviews, there's no information beyond a background check, so the barrier of entry is very low. So what happens is you get the market flooded, and these apps are not here to be employers, okay? So if you understand the apps for what they are, and that's what I'm encouraging everyone. I've tried to put out some informative videos to try to educate everybody on exactly what we actually are and what we aren't. We aren't employees of these companies. We don't work for them. They are simply service providers to us to help us build our business. And I think that's where everything gets a little bit murky, is we're building a business, whether anybody agrees with that or not. We are building a small business, and we are responsible for our own productivity, our own sales, our own flow of business. And it's our job to react to the market that we're in.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the right.
That the thing is that the success, the room for success, is a lot lower than the apps will tell you, because they want everyone to use their service. Whether it's making you money or not, they get money to pay by order completion. So they get money every time an order is completed. So thereby, they are incentivized to get as many orders completed as possible. The market is flooded with, really the nicest way to say this is, unqualified people who don't know what they're getting into. And it's percentage of success to these apps is low, right? But these apps, the thing about it is these apps, because if you don't understand what these apps are, as I was talking about, that they are service providers. In other words, they're providing us with opportunities to make money for our business. But if you're looking at them as like an employer-based situation, then that's where the disconnect is going to come in, and you're going to have expectations that are going to be outside the scope of what these apps are really about. In other words, they're not here to provide an employer-employee relationship. They're here for you to use to make a profitable business out of. And in that light, if you are using the apps in that way, then you're going to start to realize that, because no businesses profit, or no two businesses profit marks are going to be in alignment. So thereby, using just one app is probably not going to get you there unless you have a really, really strong market. Maybe you're in a city type environment and the order volume is just exceptionally high, and then it's just a matter of picking through the high volume of orders and opportunities that this app provides you, and you just pick through them, accept the ones you like, decline the ones you don't, and you make money. But not everyone, especially in the more rural markets, the more the more suburban type areas, it's going to be more difficult to run off of one app. So what I would encourage you to do, number one, you've got to have multiple apps. You've got to do it. If that's going to be your key to success. Two, you've got to stop thinking of these apps as an employer, as anything like an employer. They are simply an opportunity provider. They provide you with the opportunity. Complaining to them, getting mad at them, look, the best way you're going to improve what they provide you is turning down what they provide you, which will require them to go out and figure out how to provide you with something you're willing to take that gets them paid. so they can make money. And that's the big deal. That's what they're trying to do. The second thing they're doing is they're interested in your information, right? They're interested in everything you're doing. So every time you're using an app, you go to work for them, unbeknownst to you, you've signed away the right for them to track you, use your information, and essentially use it to try to they're using it against you in a way, but you can look at it that way, but they're using it to develop a profile and to help enhance the AI algorithm and human predictive modeling that they're trying to figure out to help them better provide offers, to help them be able to provide information to other businesses, governments who are curious or interested in how to influence human beings and how to predict what humans will do before they do it. So that's the second prong. So they're interested, yes, they're interested in getting you to do the orders, but there's also, that is their biggest thing. That's why they're willing to take the losses that they're willing to take, because they're getting something more out of it. Even if you turn down every offer, they're okay with that. But then they're throwing in incentive programs and things, and this is the real reason why they're willing to shape themselves or present themselves as an employer, but they're not an employer, and they want to kind of just see what motivates the human being. Will humans do things against, what would get someone to do something against their own financial interest, for their financial interest? How do they react here, there, and everywhere? So once you understand all this, and that's why I want you to understand it, and it's right there in front of your eyes, all the information is in the public forum and in the public domain. Once you understand this, you can decide if you want to play the game and work and try to make a living this way and try to build a business around this. And I believe the only way you can do that is by playing all of the apps against themselves, continuing to evolve, continuing to add apps to your basket of apps, continuing to be willing to adapt and change as much as you need to, staying positive, and searching for value. And as long as you have the ability to figure out what is valuable and what isn't to your business or in general, and you have a business understanding, like for instance, I'm getting a 355.1 mile, that's not a valuable order under any shape or form right now. I'm going to decline that. I'm not even going to think about it because there's no reason to take that order because it's not going to make me money. So thereby I'll send it back and DoorDash can send me something else. And any other app that would send me something similar to that is going to get the same treatment until I find something that meets my value statement for what I want to do. That's going to make me money, because these apps are meant for me to use them to make money for my business. And my business is food delivery, grocery delivery, package delivery. I'm a courier service. That's the way I look at it. And I'm providing a courier service for people in my community. And I will work when I think something is valuable. Now, I'm not saying that in a particular market, that something, maybe a particular program you might get, a particular thing you want to qualify for. Maybe you want to qualify for a large order program. Maybe you want to, be in the top dasher program. If you have made a analysis and looked at it and determined that you think this will help your business, by all means, do it. But if you haven't done the prerequisite analysis, if you don't have a basis for saying that this program, this thing is going to make a difference to your bottom line, then I would ask you to consider why you're doing it in the first place. And I would say, come learn, watch my videos, watch other people's videos that will show you what you need to be thinking about, what you need to be doing, and how you need to approach gig work in general, business work in general, so that you can make those analysis, come in and do this intelligently, do this profitably. And if you determine after looking at all of this and you say, you know what, this isn't for me, it's too much, I don't want to do it, fair enough. Go find something else. There are plenty of opportunities out there right now that you can find, and I would encourage you to do that, because you don't need to be sitting here taking a loss, losing money not able to pay your bills because you're messing around with these gig apps, which are not meant for, I'd say 1%, 1 to 2, maybe 3% of people out here will be successful working gig apps in a profitable way. And that's just what it is. And we, as content creators, we as fellow people that are in here, if we're doing it, if we're making profit, share, right? But also be clear. And that's what I want to tell everybody. If you're joining this, if you're new, it's not for everyone. It's a very tough grind. You're not going to, it's not easy money, but it can work. And yeah, I just got let's see here. I just got an offer. I think I like this actually. We're going to go ahead and see if we like this. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you got something out of today's video. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And come follow me. I'm going to show you a real look at gig work, real look at what's going on out here in the gig world. Share this video with at least one person you think that can gain value. And of course, like it if you think it's valuable information. Stay safe, stay profitable. And as always, I'll talk to you soon.